All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakor, Quadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth across the four corners of the earth. All right, and I just wanted to come back with another quick lesson, man, about, how, the nations is truly bucking up against America, all right? And, a lot of the secrets, okay, that of course have been revealed through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai unto the hopeful elect, all right? But even these other nations, all right, the heads of these other nations, like specifically dealing with his name is Rodrigo Duterte, all right? He's the president of the Philippines, all right? And I'm a Lord willing, throw some clips in this video to show you this interview I actually watched, man, where he basically exposing America, man. All right, I ain't even gonna say too much. I'm gonna let the video play to let brothers see it, but all the wickedness of America, all the the imperialism, all right, those acts that they've committed, all right, the atrocities that they've committed, against these other nations. Okay, now these nations are starting to buck up, man. All right, because just like the scriptures say, let the weak say I am strong. All right, a lot of these nations, if they don't have the let's say artillery or weaponry that America has, all right, their allies do, so America is not the bully on the planet Earth anymore, man. All right, and this dude, the president of the Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte, okay, he's gonna actually get into how America tries to cause conflict amongst other nations, all right, because he's saying that America is trying to cause conflict between him and China, or his country and China, all right, and all the other wickedness that America commits, all right, amongst the nations, man. All right, but I ain't gonna talk too much, man. I'm gonna let this video play.
Countries like EU and America are interfering into the affairs of other nations in the guise of human rights.
The bitter irony is that while trying to protect civilians, to protect the youth, you sometimes, and you admitted that in one of your interviews, that innocent civilians could have become victims. Do you think it is a fair price to pay?
Just like in the Americans, when they drop a bomb there, so powerful that it also kills others.
But you are not America. Do you feel sorry for? Do you
but
feel
we
sorry?
are talking of human liability. So it doesn't say that because they're Americans are exempted.
All right, man. So you could tell that Rodrigo Duterte, okay, he's in the spirit of wanting America to be judged, man. All right, basically the last thing he said in the clip is, why is America exempt from all the rules and regulations that they pushing on everybody? All right, NATO and the EU. All right, the beast. All right, why are they exempt? All right, how come America can tell this country that they can't have nuclear weapons, but America has nuclear weapons? Why is America push? Because we all know that the CIA is real heavy into the drugs, man. That's another way that they'll destroy your country. All right, they'll push drugs in your country just like they did in the quote unquote black community. All right, the CIA will push drugs. All right, they will have relationships with these quote unquote drug lords. All right, and have them distributing drugs. All right, in your country. All right, to kill off the youth, man. All right, to mind fuck the youth, man. All right, put you in a position where you can't fight back, man. That's the trickery, all right, that America, imposes on other nations in order to, take over, man. All right. So when Rodrigo here is talking about, human rights, he's basically saying America just uses that as an excuse, all right, to go into other countries and do damage, all right? Because that human rights shit is bullshit. If America cared about human rights, you know what I mean? If the so-called white man, there wouldn't be you couldn't go turn on the damn TV and watch a slave movie, all right? Or watch how they conquered the Native and Seminole Indians, so-called Native and Seminole Indians, or how the Spaniards, who were so-called white men, came over here and slaughtered the Latins. Or how they slaughtered Ishmael, or how they slaughtered, what's their name, man, where they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man. If human rights was really a priority of, you know, the American government, it would be a lot less death. It would be a lot less blood on their hands, man. All right. This is Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. All right. How long, man? That's what these nations is asking, man. All right. Everybody in the world is tired of America except 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. Everybody hates America. All these other nations and shit, they hate the so-called white man because of what he's done to them, man. All right. Woe to him that increases, Salakia. Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. All right, because the so-called white man's a vagabond, man. He ain't got nothing, man. He has no inheritance or nothing like that, man. So that's all he done. Everything that he's conquered, that's him increasing that which is not his, man. This dude that went around the whole earth, stole everything, and then told you, you know, he's this good guy, man. Okay, he's this guy to trust and all this shit, man. All they do is murder people, man. And this dude, Rodrigo, Duterte, he's seeing the beginning of it. He's seeing, man, they trying to get drugs in my country. These niggas trying to get me to beef with China and them. They coming. It's something that the Philippines got that America won't. And he basically trying to take a stand and say, yo, fuck America, man. I ain't bowing down to America, man. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. All right, booties just mean spoils, like spoils of war, man. All right, that's what's going to happen to America, man. All right, these countries ain't going to just keep letting you fuck with them forever, man. All right, they done scot up. They got weapons and all that now. I mean, they not scared of y'all no more. So that's why you have this dude who represents a small, what you would call country. But he still don't care, man. All right. He still don't care, man, because the so-called white man is not as big and bad as he used to be, man. The climate of the world has changed, man. All right. It's verse 8. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All right. That's talking about the so-called white man. Who else could that be talking about, man? Who spoiled these other nations, man? Who else is doing that? There ain't no niggas. Ain't no Puerto Rican and no damn fucking Native American, so-called Native American. It ain't us doing that shit. We getting rolled over just like the other nations is, even more. So who's running around spoiling nations, man? The so-called white man. All right? I never hear Ricky G or any of you wacky Christians going to this. Who is this talking about? It says, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. That's a so-called white man. Because of men's blood. Who got more blood on their hands as a nation than the so-called white man, than the Edomites? That's what you are in the scriptures. That's your true nationality. You're an Edomite. I mean, whoa, it's white man. You're an Edomite. All right. It says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Who is that, man? Who does that? Who covets other people's lands, man? That he may set his nest on high. Who is it? Who is this talking about? Like it's saying Job, if not, where and who is he? Who is this talking about? Other than the so-called white man. It's just a process of elimination. Really, you reading the scriptures, it's just a process of elimination, man. Who else could it be talking about? Other than Esau, the so-called white man. All right. It says, thou hast consorted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. All right, by cutting off many people. That's the so-called white man MO. Going everywhere, bombing people in the name of freedom and democracy and love. Ain't that a bitch? You know, we love you all so much, man. We about to wipe half your population out, man. That's the so-called white man for you, man. He's a demon, man. All right. I'm gonna hop to 12. I'm probably just gonna get back in the video. Habakkuk 2 and 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. As pinpoint, the so-called white man. He built this whole country on blood. Everywhere he goes and quote unquote plants his flag, it comes through bloodshed, man. And the scriptures say, woe to him, man. That's death and destruction. So it's gonna come back around, man. And you starting to see these nations, they got the attitude like, man, it need to come back around. They ready to see you go out of power, man. Just like we is, man. The only ones who don't want to see you go out of power is these dumb Americans, man. They love being slaves here, man. All right, but I'm gonna get back into the video.